And press record.
As always, guys, you will find all the webinars, all the session that we did. It's already the third one on my YouTube channel. Coach Cal sent you an email about the two sessions that we had last week and earlier this week. Just a reminder. For this today, guys, let me see what we have today. Okay, it's already middle of the month. So welcome back online, guys. As I mentioned, again, 20-25 minutes football talk discussion. As I always mentioned, it's not just a monologue between me, myself, and Coach Cal. Today, a little bit more about the tactic set, corner kick, free kick, and conclusion at the end. Just a video, as always, from the great webpage Tifo. Just some, some general, I will say, general thoughts on how the football actually works. Most of you, guys, but it's always good as a reminder, especially when we are, during the season, doing games, like asking you, like, heads up, get out of the zone, this type of thing. Sometimes maybe it's not the right vocabulary, or maybe you some terms, some sentences you don't know perfectly, and that's okay. So I just wanted to show you this video. Be focused on it. William, don't sleep. And we talk during the video. I will stop maybe the video, or Coach Cal, if you want to say something, just let me know. And here we go. Okay, guys. Okay, let's go.
You often hear supporters and commentators speak about patterns of play, philosophies, or team systems in football. But what exactly do those terms refer to? Well, coaches and clubs at most levels have begun implementing what is known as a game model, which are often based on the 10 phases of play and are used to guide the players' actions, behaviours, and decision-making processes during each phase. The 10 phases of play are broken down into different categories and subcategories. The four main ones are in possession, out of possession, transitions, and set pieces, with each one having its own subcategories. For instance, when a side is in possession, the three phases are generally based on the location of the ball. Starting from the back, typically from a goal kick or when the goalkeeper has the ball in their hands, the in-possession side starts the build-up phase. They attempt to break the first line of opposition.
I just stopped there, guys. That's what currently we are working on since a few games and trainings. As you saw, I'm always asking you to start from to build from the back. And like I mentioned, the first striker in our team is the goalkeeper. So when I'm asking Connor or Jad to take the ball, guys, don't hesitate to ask the ball, to do a sign. Use your hand, like, give me the ball on the left, give me the ball on the right. Don't hesitate. You're not just there just to, when we have a counter attack or the opponent is attacking. No, guys, you are part of the game. And even sometimes I'm asking you, especially when we're in possession, go a little bit up front. Don't hesitate to go into this zone, okay? You saw some example, or if you don't see some video, not the first one, but one of the most famous one was Manuel Neuer, the goalkeeper from Bayern Munich. Sometimes you saw him, especially, I think it was the World Cup 2014. He was playing, I think, against Algeria. He was there. I'm not asking you to go until there, but when we have the ball, don't hesitate to go, there in this type of zone to ask the ball. And defenders the same. When you have the ball, don't hesitate to play with him. He gives you back the ball, you can play again with him. It's not just one shot, like, oh, the goalkeeper gave me the ball, that's it. Now we have to move up front. No, sometimes go back, don't hesitate, okay? So I just wanted to stop here, we continue.
Pressure through various principles, such as always maintaining one player extra in relation to the opposition front line, playing with high tempo and few touches, and always attempting to offer both vertical and lateral support to the ball carrier, which increases simple passing options. Once the first ball has been successfully progressed into the middle third of the pitch, the team is then considered to be in the progression phase. Once the in-possession side has arrived into the progression phase, they must then look to move the ball into the final third by overcoming the opposition block. Typically, this can be done by playing the ball around, through or over the block. To create these types of situations, there are some key principles which the team may follow to increase their chances of successfully progressing the ball. often including maintaining width with one player on each flank to stretch the opposition laterally, and runs in behind the back line to stretch the block vertically. Positional rotations can also create space and chaos in the opponent's defensive shape, and the creation of triangles in wide areas is also a key for many sides when attempting to
So as he mentioned, triangle and play like the minimum touches of on the ball. As you can see, this, for example, on the left side, you can have, for example, I'm saying like Keon, you can have McKinnon, you can have other players. And again, you know, for example, sometimes the winger will go inside. So for example, I'm saying Keon is here. He doesn't have to stay on this line. He can take the inside. And for example, Amir or maybe Julian or Jack will come on the left side to stretch the line. So the defenders will come with him, and you, Keon or somebody else, you can go inside. You know, you can take like you can take the shadow, you can take the behind our striker because he's creating the space for you. Okay, that's really important. This type of like, you don't have to stick into your position. If you think that it's the right movement, the right time, and of course you have to discuss with your teammate. Again, communication, guys. You can't just go and say, oh, I'm going because I think it's the right time, and you didn't do a move or didn't do a signal to your teammate, because otherwise you will be two in the same zone, and on the left side, the left flank, they will be empty. So the opponent team, they will have the time to, you know, build from the back and have this space without any opposition. I think I'm good, Coach. Do you want to add something? Or
no, it's very important when a wing back or a full back or a defender goes up, he has to tell the midfielder that I'm going up, cover me. You know,
yeah.
So it's very important to communicate if that's what's appropriate at the time.
Yeah.
Progress the ball. After the team has built play through the first 2/3 of the pitch, the side will now have established possession in the final third. This phase has various names ranging from creation to finishing, but the main goal of the phase, of course, is to create scoring opportunities. In the attacking third of the pitch, many teams will look to overload the opposition backline by attacking with 5 to 6 players across their attacking line and maintaining balance behind them with either a 2-3 structure or a 3-2 structure. With 5 players across the front line, the team is able to occupy space across the entirety of the pitch.
And that's important, guys. Look at this picture. The video I showed you last time, remember when Connor was doing the header and he was in with Amir and the defenders, they shoot the ball. We have to stay compact. You see the 3 lines, how compact they are. So you can see like the attacking, the midfield, and the defenders, they are really compact. There is not too much gap between the lines. And that's what we have to think about and to observe, just to make sure we are not, you know, like, we don't have like a gap of 15, 20 yards between each line. Otherwise, especially on a counter attack, it can be really devastating for our team, okay?
In order to do this, teams will also attempt to switch the point of attack quickly to the opposite side.
That is why I'm always asking, you know, Jacob, Alex, you have a really good long-range passing skill. Julian too, Amir, use it sometimes, you know. Kevin told me the last game, Alex, you did great on this side, because sometimes you saw that the left side was like pretty full, pretty packed, and you were like, okay, you know what? Let's play on the other side. That's something that I like, you know, when you see that one side is overloaded and you have too many players, don't try to complicate it. Play simple. Say, okay, you know what, too many people, let's go back on the right side, or if the right side there is somebody coming to you, come back in the back with the goalkeeper or with the defenders. Don't try to overthink or try to be like, you know what, let's pass. I will try to pass, to dribble the 2 players, and maybe I will go and score or find a solution.
Trying to set up 1v1 and 2v1 situations. For each of the 3 in-possession phases, there is an out-of-possession phase that mirrors them. These are also typically defined by the geographic location on the pitch, and are most often known as simply high block, mid block, and low block. When the opposition is attempting to play out from the back, and the side out of possession attempts to pressure them high up the pitch, they are considered to be defending with a high block. Some teams will look to initiate an out-to-in press, forcing the opposition centrally, while others employ the in-to-out system.
And that the reason why I'm always ask you and to observe when we are playing against most of the team, the goalkeeper, they don't have the possibility to shoot, you know, to shoot the ball until the midfield. So I'm always asking you high block. It means that the strikers, like you always do, Jack, Amir, Julian, the other, stay high because he will not shoot. He will just try to play with his defender. And one of the goal I remember, I think it was Jack, you pressure the player. He didn't control the ball really well. You took the ball and you score a goal. That's what is high block.
Forcing the opposition to wide areas of the pitch. These types of systems are achieved through the use of pressing with a cover shadow and bending their runs during pressure. Pressing as a unit and playing with a high and aggressive backline is key to compressing the time and space for the opposition. Once the initial press has been broken, the defending team will drop their shape back into a mid-block. In this phase, the backline will continue to stay relatively high and aggressive, and the block will often attempt to force the play around to the wide areas, using the sideline as an extra defender. Minimizing space between the lines becomes more critical while simultaneously shifting side to side to try to keep numerical superiority around the ball. The low block is where more examples of emergency defending may occur. Remaining extremely compact with short distances between each line of players and players within each line is vital. Preventing the opposition from carrying or receiving between the lines will also allow for protection of the most dangerous areas in front of goal, while forcing the opposition into wider areas. However, once they are forced wide towards the end line, preventing cutbacks and crosses is also an important principle for nearly every side. But while one team is always in possession and the other team out of possession, the moments in which possession changes from one team to the other is when transitions occur. The moments of transition are very quick, tending to last between 5 to 8 seconds. When a team loses possession, they must choose between a few key options which are dependent on the current balance of the team. If players are close to the ball, they are able to quickly counter-press in an attempt to retrieve possession as quickly as possible. But if the team is...
That's the reason why, team, we are doing this type of exercise currently, and we will always do now this 10 against 5. It's because, you see, when the red team is losing the ball, there is already another white player coming. So it's a 2 against 1. That's what we are doing. That it's in the midfield, or when we are attacking, defending. Sorry, okay. So that's the type of exercise why we are doing this.
You often hear supporters and commentators first pass out of pressure, and there is to the ball. The better option may be to delay the ball carrier and return to the defensive shape as quickly as possible. Upon regaining possession of the ball, teams tend to have 2 options. If the opposition is unbalanced and there is space behind them to attack, the right choice may be to counter-attack quickly towards the goal. If not, the better option might be to play the first pass out of pressure and attempt to establish possession and enter the next phase of play. Set pieces, accepted as a phase of play by most, are a hugely important part of the game, though they can often be overlooked. For every attacking set piece, there is of course a defensive set piece for the opposition. These include free kicks, corners, penalties, throw-ins, and even kickoffs. With football becoming increasingly dissected and analysed, principles and sub-principles for each phase will only continue to develop. If you like this video, please...
Any feedback, guys, before we go to the corner kick? No, Connor? Anybody else? Strikers, defenders, midfielders? Don't hesitate, guys. If you have any question, the same. Not just saying, hey, that's good, that's what we have to do. But any question about the video or something we did well, something we have to improve, something you saw, you were like, oh yeah, you know what, this we did it well. Or yeah, you know what, this we have maybe to improve, but it's good we saw this video. Pretty quiet, guys. You tired?
I think the
Jacob.
I think the counter press thing is really important. Like as soon as you lose the ball, taking it back. I think that was like the thing that most stood out to me from the video, because that's the best way to get the ball back in our possession quickly. As soon as you've lost it, when they're not really sure what to do with the ball yet and they haven't set up for attack, that's the easiest time to get it back.
Yeah, another thing too, you know, when we take back the ball, we have to talk about, and we have to scan. Of course, when you take back the ball, normally with the scanning exercise we will do, we will already know if we have the time to control and you know, progress with the ball, or you know, like man on, or you already know somebody's pressuring you. You know that I touch the ball, but I give it in one touch, not like control touch directly. Beam, the ball is coming. I already know to who I will give it to. That's really important, for sure. The other thing that, yeah, for sure. No, go, McKenna.
Yeah, I was just something else that I saw, or like something that I thought was like how like they were talking about how fast the counterattacks have to be and like how fast they are. So just to add on to what Jacob said, like when you get it back, you quickly have to get it out, and then just quick passes to really take advantage of them being off guard after they lose the ball. So
correct.
Yeah.
No, really good feedback. Yeah, that's really important, guys. And we had so many time that we had this counter-attack occasion, and sometimes we took too many times. We were like, you know what, it's okay too. I mean, we took the ball and we stopped the game, I will say, and this 5-10 seconds, it's the time that the opponents, they are like, you know, like reorganizing, and that's it. There is no more counter-attack. So that's something we have to think. And I wanted to talk about the set pieces, because first, we don't have too many set pieces during a game, guys. That's one thing I noticed with Coach Cal. Corner kick or free kick, especially the last game. I think corner kick, the last game, we had maybe one, maybe two maximum. And again, the other teams, they always have a lot of corner kick against us. Don't forget, guys, if you can shoot the ball, try to shoot the ball in throw-in. Don't shoot it into our camp. So it's like they have a corner kick against us, because this is really dangerous for us, okay? And we have to think about set pieces. It's really important. Anything else before the next video or no?
Yeah, I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Like I agree with the counterattacking stuff, but like I feel like we should also like know when we should just like take control of the play. Yeah, and just like get the ball back. Cause like I see in games what we do a lot, like including myself, is like when we get the ball back, like we try and force a counter attack, or like we just rush or panic. And I feel like what we can do is we can just play back and like take control of the game, and then like calm down, and then we can like start like building up, and really like just having possession, I feel like, is the most important thing.
Yeah. It's about stamina too, you know. Counter attack, guys, if you're not ready on the fitness side, when we are back, for sure, after 2 times, you will be tired, guys. Even if it's 25 minutes, because remember, we are training every week on small field. We don't train on big field. So we are not doing the same. We are not, I will say, like using the same energy on a big field for training than on a small field. We are training on a half of a third field. So that's another topic too, you know. That's the reason why I'm always ask you guys, when you come before the game, the training we are doing, it's to make sure that when the ref is starting the game, we are like in shape. We are not like, oh guys, I'm sorry, but after 5 minutes I'm already like tired, or I'm not feeling well. No, you have to be ready. So 50 minutes like at 100%. Yeah, no, good feedback too, Amir. Anything else, or I can start this video? Okay.
Now, firstly, why is the rate of return on corners so low? Well, purely because scoring from them is difficult. Firstly, because of the goalkeeper. It's incredibly difficult to position a cross close enough to the goal for a chance to result, but far enough away that the keeper, who has a significant reach advantage, can't simply catch the ball. The number of players in the penalty box is also a problem. A scoring chance demands a near-perfect delivery if it's to evade all of the defenders between the corner taker and the attacking target. And that's to say nothing of the fact that heading the ball accurately while under pressure, which is inevitable with so many players in close proximity, is a hard skill. And a final major difficulty: the angle. Corners have to be spotted up within or over the boundary of the quadrant by the corner flag. And that gives an advantage to the defenders, because the corner is taken tight to the touchline. There is no offside line from the first phase of play, nor as a result is there any distance between the goalkeeper and the defenders. And there are two consequences of this. Firstly, defenders are always able to face the play and see what's in front of them. And secondly, there is no corridor of uncertainty, which is such a fertile target for other types of attacking set plays. So what could we change? Well, several things, individually or in combination. Let's start with that corner quadrant. Now currently its radius is 1 yard from the corner flag. But what if we made that bigger? Much bigger in fact, making that radius 10 yards from the flag, and it permissible to place the ball anywhere within that area. Now the result, other than a slightly unusual pitch marking, would be the creation of many more interesting angles at corners, providing for far greater variety and which, importantly, would create that vital offside line and the effects that come with it. Consider, for instance, the difference between aiming across at the box from this position, the traditional angle, and this one, courtesy of our new expanded quadrant. Out-swinging crosses would have the room to tease, in-swingers would knife towards the goal with real menace. In addition to which, the inability to shut off the near post entirely would open a further avenue of opportunity, into which could be played crosses of low and quick trajectory, which could no longer be safely cleared away by a first-man defender. And that would be progress. According to a 2019 statistic based on corners taken in the top 5 European leagues, 40% didn't beat the first man. So that sorts the angle, but we could go further. How about limiting the number of players that can occupy the 18-yard box before a corner is taken? Or perhaps in fear of giving up a potential counter-attack, the average number of attacking players pushed forwards for a corner is now around 5. That means with defences rarely leaving more than 2 or very occasionally 3 players upfield, the attacking team is often significantly outmatched. Look at this corner from 2019, which Burnley, attacking in green, took against Southampton, defending in red and white. 9 defenders versus 4 attackers. So let's change that. Let's get rid of this player, this one, and these 2 here, and move them to outside of the box. Let's also say that only 4 attacking players can occupy the area at the point at which a corner is taken. And let's give everyone room to breathe. All players would be allowed to enter the box after the ball is struck, like a penalty. Let's give the attacking side a head start. A corner delivered into a more sparsely occupied box would create more compelling individual contests. It would make shirt pulling and general shenanigans easier to spot and punish, and it would create a spectacle more worthy of the crowd's excitement. With a more obvious opportunity, perhaps it would encourage more coaches to be innovative in their routines. And who knows what kind of tactics would be used outside of the box. Perhaps cavalier coaches would push more players upfield, backing their centre-halves to win their battles and launch numerical mismatches on the counter. Too revolutionary? Okay, well, one final change and more of a compromise. What if instead of having to be 10 yards from the ball when a corner was taken, defenders had to actually...
I will go after the end of the video. It's not for us but me, what I wanted to ask you, it's about this, guys. How can we make this? How can we have more angle to play a corner?
Can I say something or?
Yeah, of course. Of course, it's you. Yeah, go ahead. I'm asking you.
So maybe we can pass instead of directly kicking inside of the zone, maybe like have a short stop or somebody like that.
Yeah. Any other feedback, guys? Anthony?
We usually hit a lot of really good corners. I think Jacob takes really good corners and we often get it to the back post, but we often just don't have the guy there to finish the ball. And I think we need to have the guys make the right runs in.
Yeah. Any other feedback, guys? Good.
I think something we could try is like Vinny said, I agree with him. I think we could have like a short option, and then the short option like bounces it back to the player, but the player is like on a better angle, and maybe he can like cut in more and then shoot or something. That could be like a scoring opportunity. But I don't know.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I just think we have to practice corners a bit more in general, like because of the space as well. It doesn't help, but we're just not very we don't have it drilled in our head as much of what to do in a corner. So a lot of times, like in games, people just completely forget. Nothing gets done.
Yeah. Kian, you raise your hand.
Yeah. So I think that we should have a corner routine, just like Amir said. I think that Amir should be the one to cut in because he's proved that he could score from outside the box so many times. I think we should have the short options because a number of times we just cross it in, but nothing really happens. It just goes out of bounds. But if we keep the ball, if we keep a possession, and hopefully there's like a more open chance, I think.
Yeah.
That's a better way.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah. So 3 things. It's perfect. That's what I wanted.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
I think we can have a short guy, and we can have that option if someone's like close. We can have an option to play short off the corner, but we also need to practice how to win it more often in the box. That way we have more options in game and we don't get predictable. Because if we do the short pass and the pass back every time, they're gonna know exactly what to do and what to cover. So we need to be able to we need to be able to win it in the box and be able to play short.
Yeah, exactly. So first thing, like you mentioned, Vincent, let's during the next game, let's say the first corner, maybe try with somebody coming, asking the ball, passing again to, for example, Jacob, Amir, or Alex, and he can shoot directly into the box. That's the first thing. The second thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go.
It's also, if we do a short pass, we can also do like a pass towards the top corner of the box instead of putting directly in the middle. Put it closer towards like the half circle.
This can be done, guys, but you have to discuss again the same. I'm saying about like somebody come and do the short pass. These guys, it can't be predictable. This player on the right side, for example, let's say this is McKinnon. This is Alex or Jacob that is shooting. McKinnon, you have to come at the end. You can't come like, you can't show that you will be there to pass the ball again. You have to come at the last second. Like, the ref is whistling. Jacob is ready to shoot like the long ball. And at the last moment, you coming to him and Jacob passing you the ball, you passing in again and shoot. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, the players waiting into the zone, like I'm always ask you, come from the 18 yards. Okay, you remember this thing in the summer? We said like the banana trick, like everybody was in line. You know what? You can do this type of thing. Sometimes that is extravagant, or sometimes that the other team will be like, what the hell is this? It can be, for them, it can be like really it can be really something difficult for them to understand. You can do like you can come into a line, you can be like coming from the two extremities from the 18 yards, but always come from the 18. Don't wait here, guys. This is the final zone. Come from there on the right side, and at the end, when Jacob or McKinnon or whatever is shooting, at this moment you're coming into the zone. The third thing, always have somebody at the second post, like Anthony mentioned. I'm always asking you somebody at the second post, because I saw it even on the video. The other team, they are not focused. They are just focused on the first post and on the central zone. But second post, you're always alone. But that's the other thing. Come at the end. Don't wait at the second zone, at the second post. Otherwise, they will follow you. If you do the same as I mentioned to McKinnon, you come at the last moment. That's the same for the second post. You wait at the 18 yards, and bim, when we are shooting, you go fast and you go at the second post. Remember this exercise we did this summer between the central player asking for the ball at the last minute, at the last moment before doing the pass, receiving the ball? That's the same. When you want the ball, don't wait and ask for the ball. Just make a left, and the opponent will be like, oh, he's going to the left. And at the last moment, like, right. And you go on the right and you ask you ask the ball at this moment, okay? You can't be predictable. Otherwise, somebody will always be in your back, okay? Coach, did you want to add something?
Yeah, Shoma wrote in the chat that we should have a code word for a short corner, front post, and back post, which I agree with. And ultimately, this is ultimately a coaching issue, meaning we're going to have to practice this and it's really hard in the winter, as Declan said.
But we can try. You know what? Let's try the next session, just 5 minutes, just so we know which code we can use and everything. Yeah, Lucas.
Coach, can I add something to that?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, so I saw this like video on YouTube about like a thing a lot of pro teams do is that like the thing when they put their hands up for the corner, like this would mean back post and one would mean front post. So we could practice doing that in games too. Yeah.
That's great. I think the next session when we are back on the field, let's do this. Even just we take 5 minutes, but we know the codes, and we know who's going on the at the central zone, who's going on the second post, who's staying, because we know we need defenders too if there is a counter attack, so we can stop this counter attack, you know. But we need to know who will shoot the ball, who will be here if we need to play in two with one pass. Yeah, that's a good feedback, Lucas and Shoma. Yeah. Anybody else or coach?
Nope, not for me.
Okay. Guys, like I mentioned, have a plan, communication. This is for everything. Throw-in the same. Sometimes, remember, we trained this during the summer for the throw-in, like offensive throw-in, the same. Have a plan. Maybe you play the most easiest throw-in, guys. It's always, for example, not Anthony, let's say a midfielder, let's say Lucas. You're playing to Anthony. Anthony control, pass it again to Lucas. Don't try to overthink, especially when we have a defensive throw-in, okay? Control and pass it again to the one that did the throw-in. The other thing, this is a free kick. I know we are playing a lot of free kicks directly, and that's great. We will just see the video where Amir scored a goal. But this is just, I took it, I don't know if you saw it, it was in the Japanese league a few weeks ago, and I just talked about this banana trick on the corner kick, but that's a free kick. That's what they did. I'm not asking you to do the same, but you see at the beginning, they are just like dancing on the left side, and the opponent is like, what the hell is this? And this minute, this second thinking of it, that's it. It's done. Second post. Okay, guys. So every time I have a plan, we can discuss the same. The next session, we can have a plan the same for the corner kick and the free kicks. But I just wanted to show you again the goal from Mr. Amir. Let me see. Where is this goal from Amir? I think it's here. Let me see. Yeah, that's the goal. So it's starting from on our side. Okay, good, perfect. And we are already pressing. I think it's Jack. Jack is going like a rocket. You see, Jack is like pressing. That's the thing I like fearless. You pressing. The other player doesn't know what to do. You control the ball, and that's it. Fault, and we have a perfect free kick. That's what I want, guys. The other, he doesn't have the time to control. He lost the ball. Jack took the ball. He had to do a foul, and we have a good free kick. After this free kick, we can talk about it, guys. The next one, Amir, you can do a signal, you know, because look at the second post again. Connor, it's Connor on the right side. Again, he can go. Look, the player that he's taking, he's not checking where is the corner. Of course, Amir is really good after and play directly, and it's a goal.
You mean
but
Declan,
again,
coach?
Sorry?
You mean Declan, not Connor, right?
Declan, yeah, sorry. Declan is on the left side, and you see, never the player is watching where is Declan. He's just watching the ball, and that's something for you defenders always. I'm asking you, don't check just the ball. Just check the environment, check where is your player, the player that you're taking, because this player from White Sharks is never looking at Declan. He's just watching the ball, where is he? So, of course, it's a perfect goal. It can be a second post, you see. Declan is always alone. Just wanted to show you this. And again, guys, this is a video that is available on the YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it, the next one, it will be better because we have a new GoPro and we have a new tripod of 4 meters. So it will be really high. We will see everything. It will be perfect. Okay, but I just wanted to, yeah.
Kian has his hand up. Go ahead, Kian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that old?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay. Again, guys, your body, you know it, but I encourage you slowly but surely, you know, to talk to your body. Of course, like I mentioned and Coach Kyle said, everybody has to be your buddy, not just one. But again, it's more for Alex because you had a problem with your connection last week, so you didn't know who was your buddy. I posted on the chat and on the iMessage, so don't forget. Like I mentioned, every recorded game is on my channel on YouTube. Same for these webinars. If you want to check something again, stay fit, stay positive. We will finish with two quotes. The first one, when coach is not looking, when coach is looking. And the other thing, success is not accident, guys. It's hard work. This is not just for football. It's in your life. You will see slowly but surely at school, with your parents, in your private, and when you will have a job in the future. If you want to succeed, guys, it's about hard work. Like I mentioned, guys, we are doing this fitness session thanks to Beatrix. But guys, try to do other fitness session during the week at home. I know it's cold outside, so just go to YouTube, do some heat section, cardio session, even 15 minutes, it's fine. But do it, you know, like 2-3 times per week, not just, oh, I will do 15 minutes Monday and that's it. I will come back maybe in 1 week, because otherwise, guys, when we are back on the field, I will not be surprised that somebody will be like, you know what, I'm injured. And I will already know that it's because during 1 month, you didn't do anything at home. Coach, you wanted to say something?
No, I just want to say that I know this is really hard, guys, to do this online. I'm really proud of all of you guys for participating and working so hard. And thank you. And hopefully a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, we'll see. But hang in there, guys. I'm proud of all you guys. And thank you for participating in this.
No, it's really great, guys. Everybody is always online. And it's great to see everybody in shape and stay positive, like I mentioned. Anybody else wanted to say something? Otherwise, we can wrap up the call. Any other question or concerns? No?
I'd say thank you. I think this stuff's super helpful, and I can't wait to get back on the pitch.
Yeah. You're not the only
Same.
one.
It's really good.
Perfect, guys. That's good to know. Yep. Stay safe, guys. Enjoy the class. Next week, stay safe. Okay? Try to come back in shape.
Make sure you stop the recording, Coach.
Yeah. And I see you Tuesday. So Tuesday, 8:15, as always. Yep. Have a nice weekend. And see you Tuesday, guys.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.